So there are certain parts of our journey that we're not supposed to fully know what is up ahead. And that's all a part of the plan, right? So right now, I'm in the back of a car at an undisclosed location at a truck stop, getting some rest, as we are on our way to a site. And just a reminder that right now is a time of strategy. There's energy whipping through me right now, so trying to catch my breath for the past couple hours as we anchor more and lock more in. So at the end of the day, we have to learn to trust. There's certain parts of our journey where all we know is the action step we need to take, and then we just start moving, we start walking, we start following and trusting the path. We designed it this way on purpose for the sake of ourselves, for our sovereignty, and for logistical reasons. And right now is a time to really just trust the plan and to trust our path and to open our hearts more to the storyline, the true one, the divine plan that's set out for all of us. Even those times where we walk into the falsity or what we think is truth, it's all just a part of the plan for our growth and our evolution of the soul and what we choose to do in our walk, in our path. And so we open up to find our joy as much as we can. And feel our way into the unknown. But as it's been told to me, that's a part of the adventure, and the journey is the unknown. That's where the magic awaits for all of us, is stepping into that place of trust in our heart and in our soul, and to continue the walk forward, and to know that we are safe and we're loved and that we're guarded, that we're taken care of in all ways, shapes, and form, in all places, spaces, and things that we exist in. There was a time where we probably couldn't fully trust that we were taken care of and that there was a bigger plan. But there's these legs of the journey that we land on where we take action, and we feel that trust, and the mind gets in the way, and expectations and perceptions and noise that locks us back into the heart, knowing of where we belong and what is true to us and where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do. And when we follow that with faith and pure surrender, we can find joy in any moment in time and know that we have built within us what we need to last every leg of the journey, as long as we step into that knowing in the heart and we step into that trust. So allow yourself the opportunity to just drop into the heart, to open it up fully, and to receive the divine love and the divine guidance that you need for your plan and your path. Many of us have been in a very long void, or have just started the void, the unknown, the dissolution, the breakdown. Many people are in there knowing, everyone's in a different phase, and sometimes we land at these spots where we don't know what's beyond the next step or what's beyond the next second. And what it allows us to do is to return back into the present and to feel that creative bliss of knowing that every step and every action and every choice is creating the desired outcome. It's creating the change. It's creating the forward movement. Energy is constantly flowing as long as we let go and allow it to flow. And in that flow, we trust and surrender to the heart. We surrender to the divine. We surrender to our knowing, which may not be always conceptualized or can't be verbally spoken. It's just more of a feeling that pulsates in your heart. That's carrying you in a direction. And when we trust that pull, we get led. And this is allowing, and this is the surrender, because when we focus on embodiment, we have no choice but to surrender, or the resistance creates a pull, 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 pull. And then we block our ability to receive or our ability to know, and we lose trust. And that's kind of what happens, especially during times when we're meant to lock down. It's during the lockdown that we seek freedom. I seek freedom, and I consciously choose in my soul to seek freedom in whichever way I can. And so sometimes that means getting into a car and just going. And that's what we've done. We know what we're meant to do and where we're meant to belong, and regardless of what others say, or regardless of what others tell us to do, part of sovereignty, part of freedom in those codes is in embodying and following what your heart is telling you to do. It's like being at a stoplight. We know that when it's a red light, we stop, but when it turns green, we go. And so if your light has turned green and the world is telling you to stop, follow the light of the heart. Follow the green. Follow the gold. Follow the aquamarine. Follow this, and you'll never be led wrong. And as long as you choose love in the heart, when you are getting your green light, you'll receive nothing but love. That's what we're all looking for, right? In the change. There's these moments of opportunity where we can reflect on our choices too in the present, where we can see how the choice points of even not choosing love led us back to love. So as long as the hindsight is love, you will always land back there regardless of the trails and routes that you take, regardless of the turns, the weaves, the spins, the circles, the loops. Always choose love, and you will find yourself in that space, place, or time. So today, extend that to yourself. Extend love to yourself, and you will be able to extend it to others and extend it to the universe in whatever way, shape, or form that you create that to be, whether it be just through a heart tone, whether it be through a kind gesture, whether it be through a magnificent leap that you take. No matter how big or small the step is, a step forward in love is a step in the right direction. And so today, what can you do for yourself to take that step towards love, whether it be small or big? Because it doesn't matter how big of a leap it is. What matters is that you are making movement in that direction of your highest dreams, of your highest trajectory, of that space, place, and time in which you can find that peace in your heart to enjoy the freedom that is you as a soul and body, made up of so many beautiful parts and made up of so many different aspects. And when it comes down to when your ability to know comes, or when your special gift comes online, when we think of activation, the word, the first three letters, act. And so sometimes it's in our DNA. It's always been in our DNA. It's just dormant and can't come online until we act into that highest purpose and that highest role. There is a moment to be, and then there's a moment to act, and then there's a moment to embody both at the same time, and that is pure presence, in unison with the one, becoming the true monad, opening up yourself to receive all that is you and all that belongs within you. This is sovereignty. And we have an option to say no more to whatever it may be for you. It varies from person to person what you choose to say no to in your life. You always have an option. There are no fixed states. But when you begin to follow the pull of your soul, there's one path, one true divine path for you. And as long as you choose to walk that consciously every single day and trust that path, you won't be led astray. Say yes to your soul, and the world will say yes to you. And will say yes to your journey, and say yes to everything that you need to acquire for what it is that you want to do for yourself. This is a part of creation and in the building process. When you assemble the ingredients for your recipe, all the ingredients will arrive in their divine time. It is up to you to put the ingredients together to create what it is you want to create for yourself. Sometimes it's very messy, sometimes it's clean, and it's beautiful. First try. No matter what, no matter how you mix the ingredients, no matter how it arrives, it's always perfect just the way it is, because it's there for a reason. It's there possibly for a season, or it's possibly there for a lifetime. That is why the build-outs occur, is you have these things that come in for you that are there for your growth. They're there for your evolution. They're there for your involvement with the one and the all. And so assembling those pieces for the build out of your creation, which is just you, or an extension of you, still all just you, what happens is you arrive at this space of peace and knowing of all that you are. So say yes to you and all that you are and all that you're willing to become, and it will manifest here and now. And it starts with a feeling. And then you start to see these signs and cues and these nudges of knowing that it is here for you in all places, spaces, and times, as long as you say yes to your heart and yes to your soul and keep walking your path. And if it's heavy, if it's dragging you down, then maybe that recipe just isn't for you. And so you just throw it out and ask for a new recipe. And you keep going until you find that perfect composition that ignites the soul of you, that ignites the fire within you to create more and more, and to help yourself and to help others, and to expand and grow and to become the best version of you. Say yes to your recipe. Say yes to your heart. Say yes to your soul. And the universe, without a doubt, will say yes to you. So much love and respect to all of you out there, and I will see you soon. Ciao.